Hello everybody, this is John Stiles with Paradis Real Estate, and I wanted to talk to you if you are either looking for a multifamily property to own or occupy, or you're looking for a renovation opportunity where you can add value to a property and add cash flow. So let me show you this property right here. It's at 1273 7th Street West in St. Paul. It's the West 7th neighborhood. And this is currently a 4-unit building with potential to be more. And I'll get into that in just a moment. But this is our offering memorandum, which I'd be happy to send over to you if you'd like more details. This building consists of 4 units. 3 of those are studio units, and a fourth one, the fourth one is a 2-bedroom unit. And that 2-bedroom is kind of like the owner's suite. I think that previously, not the current owner, but a previous owner did own or occupy this property, and it's really made well for that. Like I said, it's got 2 bedrooms on the main level, and then actually it has partial of the basement finished off, and that's connected through a spiral staircase. And right off the side of this 2-bedroom unit is a patio door, a deck, and the full side yard. You can kind of see part of it here. This is the yard over here. It doesn't show well in this photograph. We'll show you later. But here's some of the basic facts about the property. Okay, it was built in 1893, so it's got lots of old world character such as hardwood floors. But a lot of things have been updated, like the roof was replaced in 2024. The siding has been replaced in the past. It's got a 3-car garage, which is newer, and each of those stalls is rented out at $100 each. See, this brings in additional $300 a month in revenue. That's in addition to the open, uncovered parking that is at the property as well. So there's about 4,000 square feet of finished living space currently, but there's room for more, and I'll get into that in a moment here. Let me show you the current rent roll here. So we've got these 4 units rented plus the garage. That brings you about $5,202 each month of gross revenue. Now, 2 of the residents have been there for a while, and 2 of the other residents, they've been here half a year, and they got till July, so more than half a year. And I'm sure they'd love to stay. So if you wanted to buy this strictly for the cash flow, you've got renters in place that likely want to stay. If you're interested in owner occupying the property, it wouldn't take too much to give notice to one of these residents and have them move so that you could move in. And here are the expenses at the property that the current owner is having. And so we've got the property taxes, insurance, utilities, all adds up to about $20,000 per year. And each owner is going to be handling that a little bit differently. This current owner is managing it themselves, so they don't have a management expense, which works well if you're going to be owner occupying the property or if you live close by, that type of thing. Now let's take a look at how those numbers line up from a cash flow perspective. So we've got that gross rent. We like to factor in some vacancy. We've got the laundry income. We've got those expenses. So that gives us a net operating income of $40,000. That's a gross rent multiplier of over 10 and a cap rate of about 6.7. Of course, with 4-unit buildings, we typically don't value them based on the cap rate, but the number is just here for your reference. So depending on what type of financing you get, like an owner occupant might be able to do a 30-year fixed mortgage. You could be looking at cash flow around $5,663 per year in the current setup. Now, here is the value add opportunity. See this attic space. Now, a lot of old buildings have these open attics that nothing's being done with them except for storage, and a lot of them they're not quite large enough where you could finish them out. But this particular attic has just very high ceilings, and it's about 800 square feet. So as we have looked at this and discussed it with different people, we'd like to propose that you could put in 2 different studio units. Now, depending on the level of finishes that you put in there, that could cost around $100,000, give or take. You'd have to get your own contractor in there, but they would be ideal if you are a contractor. You can dial in those numbers really well. But 2 new studio units could potentially fetch about $950 per month each, which increases your gross revenue by $22,800 and increases the projected NOI by $14,000. Now, if you apply a cap rate of 7% to that, that's an increased value of $200,000. So by investing $100,000 into this renovation project, you're coming back with about $200,000 of value. So that is a really interesting and exciting opportunity that somebody really should take advantage of here. Now I'll just show you a couple other details. This here is a floor plan of one of the existing 1-bedroom units. It's really well laid out and just beautiful hardwood floors, really well kept, really well taken care of. The photograph up here is the basement space where it's finished off and connected to the 2-bedroom unit. It's got a fireplace. It's got lots of extra space for living in this home. Here's the location in the West 7th neighborhood. And I can send you this whole packet which shows more details about the neighborhood and the demographics. Here's an aerial view of the property. You can see the building here and the side yard over here, the garage. Here's some other photographs I can share with you. So before I let you go here today, I'm just going to show you a quick video. So check out this. All right, so thanks so much for checking out this video about this property, 1273 7th Street West. Again, if you're looking to own or occupy a 4-unit building, or if you are looking for a value-add renovation project, this is definitely a property you should be considering. And reach out for more information. My contact information is on the screen, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.